and welcome back to my channel. I hope this video finds you doing well and know that you are amazing, you are worth it, and that you matter. So we have come to an end of yet another month, and you guys know what that means. I am here to share with you my August favorites. Honestly, I am just so ready for summer to be over. Not that summer has been terrible. Summer has been absolutely amazing this year, but I am just sick of the heat, even though it has been slowly cooling down a little bit, which is very nice. It's actually cool enough in the evenings to wear a light sweater or cardigan, which I am totally here for because that kind of weather is my absolute favorite. But I honestly cannot wait for fall to be here. I have been seeing a lot of fall decor in stores and everything, and I just can't wait to fill my house with all those gorgeous colors and smells, and I am just so excited. So yeah, I am so ready for September to be here, and I'm gonna get into a lot of the things that's going on in September. September is an incredibly busy month, so yeah, it's kind of gonna be a favorites video and an updates video and like what's been going on video, and I've been saying video too often, so I'm gonna stop. But anyway, let's get into the favorites. So I have been really paying attention more to my skincare routine, as in like skin prep and things before I do my makeup and things like that. So I went to the Body Shop, I think it was the beginning of August or was it the end of July, I can't remember now exactly when I was there. I went there in search of products that would help me control the breakouts that my skin very much tends to have right now. It's very good. I am wearing makeup today, but even without it, like, there is very few redness or any blemishes or anything like that right now, which is great, but I'm gonna cross my fingers, knock on wood, that's, no, wood is over there. No, that was me, Cisco. Cisco thinks there was someone at the door. So yeah, but I like to do as much as I can to keep my skin from breaking out so much. So the product I have really been using to moisturize before I put on foundation is the Body Shop's Seaweed Oil Control Lotion with SPF 15, and this has been an absolute lifesaver for me. Like, it moisturizes so well without being oily, and it even helps keep my foundation on longer, and I just absolutely love this moisturizer, and I've been using it a lot, and there's still so much in there. Like, it looks like a small bottle, but a little bit goes such a long way, which I think is so great for products that you don't have to go through them so much and spend a ton of money, you know. But I mean, I am willing to spend the money if it does the work, and it's specifically for combination oily skin, which is what I have, and it really helps control breakouts and things, so I really like this. And then another product from the Body Shop that I've been using almost every single day is the Body Shop Tea Tree Targeted Gel. It is with purifying tea tree oil from the foothills of Mount Kenya, and that sounds so exotic. But basically what this is it has a little doe foot applicator, and it's like this clear formula that you put on top of like acne or any blemishes or anything like that you might have, and it really helps to not dry them out, but like extract the impurities and just really help them like heal a lot faster. So, and I have been like obsessively using this because it works so incredibly well. I know there's a lot of people out there that have an allergy to tea tree oil, but thankfully I do not, and this is specifically for blemished skin. Like, it is especially for those kinds of people that suffer with breakouts and things like that. So if you suffer with that and you're looking for a really great natural product that works, I highly recommend checking this product out from the Body Shop. And then to my beauty favorites, of course, as I showed in a little makeup haul, I think it was part of my giveaway video that I did, I said that I got the Strobe of Genius palette from NYX, and I have been obsessively using this baby. It is so good, which I knew it would be. I just didn't have the money or the funds or like the justification to buy it before. But then when I did the wedding party makeup, I had a little bit of extra cash, so of course I had to get it, and it is just so good. And of course the shade that I love the most is this one right here. It goes really well with my skin tone. I'm wearing it, oh no, I'm not wearing that one today. I'm wearing a different one from NYX, but NYX's highlighters are fantastic, and I absolutely love the Strobe of Genius palette. And then as for eyeshadow, I just recently got the Nudes palette by Maybelline, and it is just absolutely gorgeous palette for all of the neutral shades that you would ever want. A great combination of shimmery and matte shadows. You got a great range of light and dark, and the pigmentation is perfect for me. It's really buildable and it's not chalky at all. Absolutely love this palette, especially with my blue eyes. The brown tones really bring those out. So yeah, really been loving the Nudes palette from Maybelline. And a powder that I recently discovered and has been working better than any powder I've ever used before is the HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder from NYX, and it is the finest powder I have ever worked with. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, whenever I open it, it's just like a slight poof, because it's like, no matter how slow I open it, it's just like, it's so fine, and like any bit of movement just kind of makes the powder move around kind of, and it works so well. It keeps my foundation on all day, helps cover pores and things like that. It is just an absolutely amazing powder. It is translucent, which is something that I switched to instead of a colored powder, because I found that the colored powders very often made my foundation look chalky after a while, so the translucent powder definitely works better for me, and I have been loving this one from NYX. Now I'm gonna move on to what I've been drinking a lot in the month of August. As you guys know, I love me a good wine and or Moscato, and I recently discovered this one by Infusion. It is the Apple Berrylicious White Zinfandel, and I had never tried a Zinfandel before August, and I won't get into what made me decide to try it, but anyways, I found this one at our local grocery store, and I was kind of iffy because I don't like wines that are too incredibly sweet. Like, I like sweet wines, but I don't like sugary wines, right? So I didn't know really what to expect from a Zinfandel, but this one is so good. I even have myself a glass right here. A very good combination between like an apple and like a berry taste, and it is so good, so refreshing. It's been great during the hotter days, or after I get home from a long day at work or something like that. I'll pour myself a glass, sit down and read, and it's just been fantastic. And speaking of reading, I have been a beast this month. Like, you guys know that I struggle with finishing books. As you guys saw from like, I don't know if I've ever mentioned the fact that it took me 7 months to read Treasure Island, and not even read, I had it on audiobook, but it took me 7 months to finish that book. I started in December of last year, and it took me until July to finish it finally. But then, as you guys know, I started Life of Pi, which I finished this month in August. I didn't have time to read much in the beginning of August. And then, when did I finish this? Let me check my Goodreads account. Yeah, I started it on July 17th, and I finished it on the 23rd of this month. So I finished it at the end, like just a couple days ago. And it was great. It was a really good book. It was just not my type of writing style. I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads. The story was interesting, but it just felt like it took a really long time to get up to the point where it started getting interesting. And it's just, biographies are not my style of books. It's just, it gets a lot. Like, it'd have to be a really intriguing life story for me to want to read someone's biography. But yeah, basically the first half of the book is what that was about. It was about Pi's life story, basically, and like, I understand that it was important to like the rest of the story as to like how he dealt with a tiger that ends up being on his boat and things like that. Like, I understand that it was important, but it was just not my style of writing. I'm glad I read it, but I definitely don't think I'll ever be rereading it again, but I'm glad I read it because it's very informative, very interesting on the second half of the book, basically. And I did rent the movie, so I'm going to be watching the movie soon, and we'll see how that goes. But then, like I say, I was a beast. I finished another 2 books this month, and this book I read in less than 12 hours. And you're gonna be wondering, okay, what book is this? It is Ghost Ship by Detlev Reich, if I'm gonna be saying his name right. He's a German author. This book isn't in German, although I can read German, but it was just so good. Like, it had a very historical fiction vibe, which I love. I love historical fictions, and if they're done properly, a lot of them can be kind of boring. But this book hooked me in from the prologue, and you know how hard it is to do that? Like after the prologue, okay, this book, how did I not read this sooner? Like, I don't know why I didn't read the prologue like before. I've had this book for 3 years because every single time I get a book, I write my name in the year that I got it in the front, and it says 2014. So I've had this book for 3 years, and I didn't read it until last week, and it was just so good. Once I started, I just couldn't put it down. I stayed up till 3:30, I think it was, in the morning of the day that I started it to I needed answers. I had to finish the book and it was so good. Like, I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. It was just so great. A lot of people thought, like, I was reading reviews, a lot of people said that they thought it was rushed and that the characters weren't properly introduced and things, which I understand. Like, I can see their viewpoint because it was a tiny bit rushed and there was like a lot of information in a small amount of time, but it was done well. Like, the writing was well done, and the characters were endearing, even though there wasn't a lot of backstory to the characters, which was fine for me. I don't always have to have a lot of backstory to characters, but like the whole plot of it and everything, like there was plot twists, there was cliffhangers at the end of every single chapter, and I couldn't put it down. Put it simply, as I said, I stayed up till 3 in the morning to finish it, and it was so well worth it. I felt really tired the next day, but I was like, nope, it was worth it. It was so great. And yeah, so highly recommend this book if you guys like a good kind of pirate, sailor, ghost story is what this is, and it's really cool. So highly recommend this book. And then I finally got around to reading Heartless by Marissa Meyer. If you guys remember my Alice in Wonderland themed owl crate unboxing that I did in December last year, I think it was, because I remember we had our Christmas tree up when I got it, so I think it was in December. But this book was in there, and it's been on my shelf for a while, and I put it in my book jar, as I mentioned in a different video. I can't remember now which one it was, but I have titles of books in a book jar, and then every time I need a new book to read, I pull it out. So this was the next one, and yeah, I can't believe I didn't read this sooner. Again with Ghost Ship. Like, I've had this book for like over half a year, and I knew what it was about, kind of like a backstory on the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, and it was like, I am still shook. I am still so shook. I finished it. Today's Monday, the day that I'm recording this video. I finished it Sunday night, and I also stayed up till 3 in the morning, like today, to finish it, because I had to see what happened, and it was just, oh my goodness, the ending and like what happens. I don't want to give any spoilers if you guys want to read it, but honestly, I wrote a long post on Instagram about it. I sent out multiple tweets on my thoughts on this book. It made me cry, actual tears. Like, I was sitting in my living room crying, and it was just, in like the ending, I sat there in shock for a while, just sat there and stared with the book to my chest. I was like, what just happened? You know, like I couldn't comprehend what happened, and you know it's a good book when that happens. And it was just, as I said, it's like a backstory to the Queen of Hearts. So it's like the Queen of Hearts in the Alice in Wonderland story, in the Alice in Wonderland movie. She's just not my favorite character. She's supposed to be, she's the villain, but usually I like the villains, but she's one of those villains that it really irked me, you know. She was one of those characters, just like, oh, just get off the screen, I don't want to see you anymore, kind of thing, right? And it's just, this put her in an entirely different light. Marissa Meyer did a phenomenal job with creating a backstory for her, and it was just like the elements of Wonderland that she put into it. I could see references to the classic Alice in Wonderland tale. Like, if you read Alice in Wonderland after you read this book, it would feel like a sequel. Like, it was just, this book is so well written, and I just absolutely loved it. I fell in love with it. Definitely gave 5 stars on Goodreads. It is in my top favorites book list for sure, and it's just, I'm still not over it. I'm still so shook, and I am still so utterly heartbroken. And it was just so good though, because it was like, there was action, adventure, there was plot twists and cliffhangers, there was an epic love story, there was pain and heartbreak, and I'm gonna cry again if I talk about it too much, so I should stop. But it was a good book. I highly recommend checking her out. This is the first book of hers that I've read. I know a lot of people read the Lunar Chronicles before they read Heartless, and they weren't a big fan of Heartless because it was so different from Lunar Chronicles. But since this is the first book I've read of hers, you have earned yourself a new fan, Marissa Meyer. Kudos to you. I am so happy with this book. I'm so glad I read it. And yeah, this is like the limited edition cover that I got because of Owl Crate, but like, look how gorgeous this book is too. Like, look at it. It's so pretty. I love it. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling about this book. But long story short, it was amazing. I am a better person by reading. I'm just kidding. But it was good. It was life-changing, basically, because I am such a big fan of Alice in Wonderland, as you know, as I mentioned in basically every single video of mine. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's get on to the next thing. I guess, okay, we're not gonna stop talking about Alice in Wonderland, I guess, because the next thing I've got is this little Mad Hatter. I was at Walmart a little while ago, and they had a very, very poor selection of pop figures up to a certain point, like all they had was Star Wars, and even those ones were like super limited selection. I'm not a fan of Star Wars, not that I don't like it, I've just never watched them. So it's like, I looked almost every single time I was at Walmart, I want to see, okay, do they have more pop figures? But nope, because I want somewhere near us to have more pop figures. Now if I want to get more, I have to go to like EB Games or the bookstore in Windsor, which is like a half hour away. So it's like I wanted something local where I could count on to have at least like a continuing supply of pop figures, right? And I know this is not a pop, it's a Dorbs from Funko, but I couldn't help myself. It was a really cute little Mad Hatter. I didn't have any from the like Disney version, like the cartoon version of Alice in Wonderland. I didn't have any figures. I have multiple Mad Hatter figures from the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland, and then I have Alice down there. I don't know if you guys can see her, and then I have Cheshire Cat over there, and then over here, where's my baby? Oh yeah, he's right there, my little baby Cheshire Cat is right there. So I have a bunch from the Tim Burton rendition of Alice in Wonderland, but I wanted, when I saw this one, I knew I just had to have it. Because Mad Hatter is my favorite character from Alice in Wonderland. And yeah, so he's super cute, and he usually sits up there on my Alice in Wonderland shelf. So yeah, but he came down to say hello. Say hello. Hello. But yeah, so he was a nice purchase this month. And another gorgeous piece that I added to my collection is this beautiful teapot that I found at the thrift store. I gave it a deep cleaning, polished her up, and I haven't used her yet, but she is just so pretty. Such a soft pink with gold detailing and little rosettes all over it. And as soon as I saw it, I knew it had to be a part of my collection. And she's sitting on my shelf right now, up where you guys can't see, but on one of my other bookshelves where I have my Mad Hatter hat and a quote from Alice in Wonderland. And so yeah, she's just a really nice addition to my collection, and she's beautiful. And then a few other things that I'm going to share with you guys are some new plants that I got. I got this amazing little succulent plant the other day, and my friend had mentioned that the next succulent or cactus that I got she wanted to name, and so his name is Killian from Once Upon a Time. And so thanks Melissa for the awesome name. I think it suits him so well, and he looks kind of spiky, but he's not. He's just kind of a little bit rough, kind of like a cat's tongue almost, and he's just super cute, and he's in this nice little black pot. And I don't know, if you guys ever want to see my little collection of cacti and succulents, let me know. But I have like my windowsill in the kitchen is just like lined with them, and it looks so great. He was a great little addition to the family, so I'm so happy I got him. And then I also got this absolute beauty. It is a mini orchid. I am a huge fan of orchids, but like when I saw this mini one, I was like, this needs to be mine. I absolutely love miniature anything, but especially like I just couldn't pass it up. It was just so incredibly cute, and I named her Angelica, and she actually needs to be watered today, so I gotta remember to do that. But yeah, so super pretty orchid I added to my little flower family. She resides in my library here, so she gets nice sunlight from my window, and yeah, so hopefully she'll live long and prosper. But that is it for my favorites. I'm going to move on to some stuff that's been happening in August, just to keep you guys a little bit updated if you're curious. My puppo, who is sleeping right here on the floor next to me, his birthday was on the 11th of August, so he is officially 1 year old. And yeah, he's just the bestest puppo ever. He got a lot of different things. I got him some new toys and some treats and things. And yeah, he's just, aren't you the best puppo? Aren't you the best puppo? Yeah. You tickle best pup? Come here. You want to say hi? Oh, you're getting big. You're getting so happy. You're getting fat. Are you getting fat? Are you eating too much? Yeah. Say hi. Yeah, this is Cisco for you new people here. This is my pup. He is a Shih Tzu Yorkie mix. And mostly Shih Tzu though. He's only a quarter Yorkie. I know you want to give me all the kisses. I'll give you one too. And he's actually getting fixed on the 4th of September. And so, yeah, we're gonna take that away from him. But he has to stay at my brother and sister-in-law's place for a week when we go on a trip in September. So we definitely want to make sure he doesn't mark his territory all over their house and stuff. So want to make sure he's fixed before then. But he's been really good besides that. Like, he's been so great. He has been temperamental. He has been marking his territory a lot. He's done it a few times, which was after that happened. Then we decided that we should get him fixed. But yeah, he's just been the best pup. You're the best pup ever. Yeah, Kiko, the best pup ever. I know. But yeah, so that kind of brings me also to what's going on in September. We are going to be in Mexico for a week in September, starting from the 15th to the 21st, I believe, and then my birthday is on the 21st. But then right after we get back from Mexico, we are going camping with some of our friends for the weekend. So I'll be gone basically from the 14th to the 23rd, I think it is, or the 24th, whatever that weekend is. And I say the 14th because I am in my longest and like oldest friend's wedding, and we've been friends for, what was it, like 17, 18 years, and I am in her wedding and her bridal shower is on the 14th. So basically I'll be a bit MIA from the 14th to the 24th, but I'll be recording videos of our trips, of camping trips and everything. As you guys know, I got my action camp, so I'll be like recording a bunch of fun hiking videos and stuff, or whatever we're gonna end up doing, I have no idea. But yeah, so September is a busy month, and also like leading up to that point, I'll be busy at work, making up for some shifts and stuff like that, because my manager is a bit short on people right now, so she needs people to fill in and things. So a little bit extra money before a trip is always welcome anyway, so I don't mind. But yeah, so I'll be busy with work and things, and there's also my friend's bachelorette party of the one who's getting married, so have that to get ready for and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit busy in the month of September, so if the videos tend to be a little bit sporadic, I apologize for that, but that will be the reason for that. But speaking of videos, I noticed the other day that my channel has 190 subscribers. That is amazing. Thank you so much for your support, your continuing support, and I hope you guys enjoy the videos that I'll be putting out in the future. I have some fun ideas and things, and also if you want me to do like more book videos or something like that, I would love to do it, to give like reviews of books. I've been reading so much more lately, so yeah. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, I read this book in like 4 days, but anyways, which is like a record for me, because it used to take me like months to finish a book that size. Are you okay, bud? You get a little tickle in your throat. But yeah, so other things that have been happening in August. What else happened in August? We went to a country music fest, and I got to meet Leah Daniels, who is a country artist, and we also got to see the James Parker Band and a couple of other artists. It was really cool. And what else did we do? We did a lot of stuff. I feel like every weekend I had to work a lot in August, and I feel like there was a lot of other stuff that kept happening. Random things. We went boating. We did a lot of stuff with friends. The friends that we're going camping with, actually, we were spending a lot of time with them, and it's like always a great time with them. You'll probably see them in the camping videos and stuff, but yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens. But I guess that is it. I feel like there was something else I was gonna mention. I can't remember now what it was. Did I even say why we're going on a trip? We're going to Mexico. I think I said we were going to Mexico. The reason we're going there is because my mom's side of the family all lives in Mexico, in like the Cuauhtémoc, Chihuahua area. My grandparents' 50th anniversary is in September, so that's why we're going out there, and the entire family is going to be together for the first time in like, how many years? 5, I think. And like Isaac, like my husband has never met my grandparents, because like most of my family came down for my brother's wedding, which was about 5 years ago. But my grandparents, traveling is kind of hard for them because they're getting a little bit older, so they didn't make it. And at that time, even like me and Isaac had just started dating, so even Isaac doesn't remember all the people that he met, because it's like, it's different, you know, like if we had been dating longer or whatever, he would have paid more attention and tried to remember names more or whatever, right? But like, now that we've been together so long and everything, I'm really happy that he's gonna be like officially and like meeting and being able to get to know like my mom's side of the family and things like that. So because they live so far away, it's hard to get everyone together. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that trip, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so now you guys know what's going on and what has been going on. I hope you guys have had an amazing August and continue to have an amazing summer. Make the most of it. I know a lot of you guys are going back to school in a few days or weeks, so I wish you guys all the best with that. And if you want me to do like back to school related videos, I know a lot of people do them, and I don't want to like copy off of other people, so I was trying to think of some original ideas to do for myself for the channel, but I couldn't come up with anything in time, and like I said, I've been really busy, so hopefully next year I'll be a little bit more prepared for that. So I guess that's everything. I hope you guys are doing well. Until next time, never stop dreaming or shooting for the stars, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Whoop. Oh, I hit the camera way too hard there.